Oh, we are tracking an increasing storm threat heading into the end of the week. Thursday late, we have our first round of storms that carries on into Friday morning. And Friday is a first alert 6 weather day, mainly for that second round of storms. That's going to get here after 4 p.m. Now, if you're stepping outside tonight, it's pretty overcast, but we're not tracking much in the way of moisture. Underneath the cloud cover, we have some really light radar returns showing up, so you might notice maybe a little bit of mistiness, perhaps a brief light sprinkle, but nothing that should get in the way of any plans that take you outside tonight. Now, tomorrow should be a much more pleasant day for the outdoors. We do have some morning cloud cover around. We start off in the upper 30s. It's going to be a gradual climb, though, and the warm-up really starts to spike in the afternoon as we bring back some sunshine. High temperature of 64, a little bit breezy, and with that storm chance pretty late in the day, it should be a decent day to get outside. A high of 64 for the metro. We'll be up to 61 in Nebraska City, a few upper 50s in portions of western Iowa, but overall, pretty comfortable day on Thursday and a little bit warmer for Friday for most of us ahead of that cold front. You can see it's going to be taking a toll on temperatures to the northwest. Now, as far as our storm threat is concerned, as we time this out late Thursday night, it's not until for most of us after midnight that these storms get going. It's going to be pretty isolated out of here by your Friday morning drive. That second round of storms, this is the one we're concerned with the potential for larger hail, some strong winds, and even tornado potential. That's going to be after 4 p.m. That cold front starts to build in from the west, and along it, we'll have a broken line of storms that begins to fire up. So as that approaches the metro, likely between about 5 and 7, it's still going to be a broken line, so storms not a guarantee. They start to become more organized, a little bit stronger, and that line fills in as they make progress down to the east and southeast, and that's where that higher severe weather risk, 3 out of 5 threat is going to be through about 10 to midnight at the latest. That should clear up for our late night hours, and by the time we hit the weekend, completely dry, but much cooler. High temperatures fall into the 50s on Saturday, high of 53. We're back into the 70s, though, for Sunday. Some gusty winds going to help with that warm up, and we'll stay in the 70s, mid 70s through Monday with our next cool down. High temperatures back to the 40s by the middle of next week, and another potential for some rain coming along with it. You can stay on top of the forecast by downloading our First Alert 6 weather app. You can find that free in the App Store. That's going to be a great resource to have on hand as we start to track that storm threat heading through the day on Friday. Again, Friday, this is bringing in not only a hail and wind threat, but also the potential for tornado development in the afternoon. This is why we've made it a First Alert 6 weather day. We have a couple rounds of storms that we're watching as we get into the end of the week. The first one gets here late Thursday night into early Friday morning. Overall, lower severe risk with that one. It's going to be the second half of the day that we have our eye on Friday. So Thursday, again, this is late into early Friday morning. This is a widespread 1 out of 5 threat, pretty spotty storm potential. That's going to increase and become more organized as we get into our Friday afternoon and evening after 4 p.m. Those storms fire up along a cold front, and our risk around the metro increases to a 2 out of 5. We'll be taking a closer look at the timing of this on the hour-by-hour forecast coming up here in just a little bit. Stuck underneath the cloud cover out there today, but not a bad evening to get outside. If you're hoping to get outdoors tomorrow, might be one of your best choices until we hit the weekend. We have some dry time, some sunshine returning ahead of a much more active Friday, and that's our next First Alert 6 weather day. Be warmer tomorrow as well. We're back into the 60s, so a noticeable jump in temperatures. 64 for that high in the metro, 61 in Fremont, and 62 tomorrow in Red Oak. Friday, pretty big temperature divide, 50s around Norfolk compared to the 70s around the metro and southeast as our next cold front sweeps in. That's going to fire up those storm chances for Friday afternoon and evening. We'll have a closer look at the timing on the hour-by-hour forecast coming up with your 10-day power planner. Jacqueline.